All right, let's see if I remember how to do this. Welcome back into another edition of Prime Sports World. And on today's episode of the Prime, not only are we going to drop our season preview, we also had breaking news in the National Football League. We're going to talk all about it here today on the show as Micah Parsons is going to Titletown. He's now a member of the Green Bay Packers. I'm, of course, your host, David On Point Huffman, doing my first podcast, I think, in 6 months. I am now living in sunny California, joined here by the CEO of Prime Sports World, Mr. Israel Rivera, and, of course, my co-host, Mr. T.J. Hopkins. Gentlemen, happy Thursday, my friends. Welcome back into another edition of Prime Sports World. And please, if anybody out there watching, please like, share, and subscribe to the show. What's up, gentlemen?
What's going on, gentlemen? Now, hey,
somebody on this panel is pretty excited.
Hey, I'm one cut water in because it's a celebration.
No, this is 2018 all over again, except it's the Packers. Like, this is what it felt like when the Bears traded for Khalil Mack, caught people completely off guard. I remember going to the barbershop that morning. I'm in the barbershop, and y'all know how barbershop talk is. I'm all like, hey, y'all see the Bears get away with highway robbery? And they like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yo, the Bears just traded for Khalil Mack. I shut down the barbershop. Everybody stopped cutting. They went out. They pulled out their phones. They thought I was lying. Like this was very similar to like, yo, I wake up. Mind you, y'all know my work schedule. I work overnight. I wake up. I check my phone. I get a notification from WhatsApp. That's what me, my cousin, and my older brother use to communicate with each other. And I see that shit. I see 4 for 188. I'm like, what? And it's this right here. And I said this on Christian's show. Shout out to Monday Evening Quarterback. You know, shameless plug for my boy who ain't here.
On the Daily Blitz blog.
Yeah. I said it like Jerry Jones doesn't get it. He just refuse, and I don't think he I don't not only do I think he don't get it, I think he refuses to get it. Like he's so stuck in his ways.
So the details on the trade are on your screen right there. Green Bay Packers obviously get Micah Parsons. Cowboys get Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks. And Packers and Parsons agree to a 4-year, $188 million contract with $136 million guaranteed. He is now the highest-paid non-quarterback in the National Football League. And, yeah, this is kind of one of those things. Like, I always kind of assumed that Micah Parsons and the Cowboys would eventually reach a deal. Like, at the last midnight hour or whatever, like a deal would be reached. But with I agree with you, TJ. I think Jerry Jones is. I think he's totally out of his element. Like he doesn't understand how the NFL works anymore.
I'm gonna put it this way. Bro. Like the GM who traded Khalil Mack to the Bears was later fired. Right? He wasn't fired that season, but down the line, like a year or two later, he was fired. Any other GM makes this deal, they're fired. True or false?
I mean, I guess it depends. I mean,
let me tell you something.
There was no need to trade Micah Parsons.
Even with the compensation that they got, any other GM makes this trade, True or false? The ownership fires that GM. True or false?
I would say false because, I mean, in other leagues we've seen way worse trades, and that GM kept them tough.
So you mean to tell me if the GM of the Steelers traded TJ White, he ain't losing his damn job? Come on, man.
So let me say something.
If there's really an impasse where they're both sides just can't come to an agreement, I mean, this is probably going to be the inevitable solution.
I just hate that.
But Jerry Jones does this with all of his potential. Like anytime that he basically pushes himself back against the wall and he screws himself over at every aspect, like with Dak Prescott's contract, CeeDee Lamb's contract, and then he does it with this particular contract. This is
before you go. This is
a slam dunk for Green Bay.
But we always say when the team has a big three and they got to pay the big three, what's the game we always play? Who's the odd man out? Right? We did it with Cincinnati. There's been in Cincinnati's case there was 4. No, that was 3 because you was gonna pay Joe Burrow. There wasn't no way in hell you was not gonna pay Joe Burrow. It was Chase, Higgins, and Trey Hendrickson. We played who was the odd man out for them 3, and they was able to keep all 3.
Well, Trey Hendrickson's probably going to be gone. He only really signed a 1 year. He just got more money for this year.
What was it? 1 year, 18?
1 for 30. 1 for 30.
14. Yeah, he got a $14 million pay increase for this one season. He's still going to be a free agent next season. He's still the Bengals are still screwing that situation too.
This one is who was the odd man out, and they got to a point where. And I think it showed the first off, did y'all watch?
Ladies and gentlemen,
did y'all watch the hour interview?
Bears fans, and they talking more. They talking more
y'all
about
watch
this
the hour
than any
interview
other
between
fan in the world.
Jones and Stephen A. Smith? Did y'all watch that interview? It's like an hour long. It's a sit down interview with Jerry Jones and Stephen A. Smith.
Isn't it the one he did with Michael Irvin too?
No, it was just them two. It was just Jerry Jones and Stephen A. Smith. Did y'all watch that interview?
I watched parts of it. I think he was. I think he did an interview with Michael Irvin.
I think you did a different. You watched a different one. It was just a complete sit down with Jerry and Stephen A. And you kind of you was able to go more in depth. And I'm sorry for taking so long, Izzy. You was able to go more in depth with Jerry Jones's thought process, and his whole thought process was just some of the guys you mentioned, Dak and CD. He's they had holdouts or hold-ins, but they still played, and then he cashed them out. Mike is okay, that's them. I'm me. Damn it, that's them. Dak Prescott is Dak Prescott. CeeDee Lamb is CeeDee Lamb. I'm Michael Parsons. I see Izzy just bouncing.
The dude's 26 years old. He's probably arguably the best defensive player in the NFL. For him to trade him away is just a baffling decision. I just don't get it. Izzy, take the floor because this feels like Luka Doncic going to the Lakers last season.
So let me tell you something.
It's a terrible trade for him.
So I agree. I agree with the whole Khalil Mack. This is just like Luka Doncic. This is like Khalil Mack, except there were rumors. I heard about this rumor about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, that the Packers were looking to get a trade for Michael Parsons. We just didn't think that it was going to matriculate to where it is now, where they actually did trade for Michael Parsons. I will tell you right now, there's not one soul on this planet, not one Packer soul on this planet that wouldn't say, "Oh my God, we traded Kenny Clark away." We do that in a heartbeat 1,000,000 times over. And that's exactly what happened.
I think y'all would
do that 1,000,000 times over.
I ain't gonna say upset. Upset's not the right word, but I think y'all would have been more, I guess, irritated if that was Rashawn Gary in that deal instead of Kenny Clark.
Well, it's because it's kind of stupid because it's like okay, you trade a pass rusher for another pass rusher.
Right?
You know what I mean? It's like, what's the point of having only one pass rusher when you need two, right? So I know this is a trade, but back in 1993, you know where I'm going, guys. Back in 1993, when Reggie White was a free agent and he signed with the Green Bay Packers, and guess what? You know how it paid off? A Super Bowl championship.
To be fair,
a couple years later. And this is what it almost feels like.
That's Brett Favre. That was Brett Favre.
Well, Reggie White won two. I think Reggie White won two defensive MVPs at that. This was kind of like later stage. This was like
I think his point is Brett Favre isn't walking through that door.
No. It wasn't just Brett Favre, because that defense, if you know, that 95 defense is, it was one of the most dominant defenses of that era in the 90s. Probably numbers wise, probably the best defense of that era. So you get a guy like Michael Parsons, you pair him up on the other side with Rashawn Gary, who, is an absolute athletic freak. I know, injuries, I'm considering, everything stays healthy. I mean, those guys should easily, it's like pick your poison. Who are you going to block? Because you can't double team neither one of those guys, right? And I think they did enough, in years past with getting guys, like Wyatt and stuff like that to kind of filter in and kind of replace like Kenny Clark. I know you're not going to be able to, replace the production. Kenny Clark was a hell of a player in the interior. But at the end of the day, having two pass rushers as opposed to one, we saw what they were when they had Preston Smith and Darius Smith, right? So, a couple years ago, they went to the NFC title game, right? Although they lost, but they were still a very, very good defense with two pass rushers. You get two pass rushers here, you get one of the best pass rushers, the premier pass rusher, and it's going to be scary for the NFC North. Now, to TJ's point, yeah, Brett Favre isn't walking in the door, and we're looking at Jordan Love third year as a full-time starter. Hopefully everything seems good. So my questions with the Green Bay Packers are absolutely past defense at this point right now. It's who's going to be our number one wide receiver, right? Who's going to be the number one wide receiver? I've heard great stories about Matthew Golden out of you got Savion Williams.
How is that not Dobbs? How's that not Dobbs?
Dobbs is kind of getting. Dobbs is almost on the chop block.
Didn't you guys convert one of your other wide receivers into a corner?
Yeah. So it was Bo
Melton.
Bo Melton is now
it's a corner.
Bo
so
Melton's
Bo Melton's a corner. Yeah, he's a corner. So my thing is we're gonna have a great running game, but it's all about now it's that last piece of Jordan Love, but this right here, this changes everything, especially with how the NFC North. I mean, especially a week before.
I think it changes
the season starts.
NFC.
It changes the whole
NFC. 100%. Yeah.
The whole NFC, but like everybody that plays the Packers now, it's like scrap all those offensive game plans. Now we got to come out and we got to start wondering how we're gonna game plan for not only Michael Parsons, but also we got Rashawn Gary.
I think if you're Detroit, because y'all open the season with Detroit, right?
Man, dude.
If you're Detroit, you're comfortable with your tackles taking those two dudes one-on-one. Like if Penei Sewell and Michael Parsons line up over each other, you're comfortable with Penei Sewell handling his own. Is Michael gonna get his? Yeah, because he's Michael fucking Parsons. But Penei Sewell is Penei Sewell. Like he gonna win his fair share of those battles too.
Let's talk about the other side.
That front seven with hold on, David. But between Rashawn Gary, Devontae Wyatt, Micah Parsons, Quay Walker, and Edgerrin Cooper, who played really good last season.
He did.
That Packers defense is going to be very scary next.
I think you still have some major question marks when it comes to your secondary.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about Dallas. On Dallas, are they the worst team in the East now?
No,
it's still the Giants.
The Giants.
What does this do to team morale? What does this do to Dallas? Like, does it take them completely out of contention? Like, they're not.
They weren't in contention to begin with.
Honestly, they about to blow it up anyways. What's the TJ? I'll let you go, but getting the kid from what's his name from the quarterback from New England, I think the writing's on the wall. In my opinion, I think Dak will be the next big.
You talking about the dude with the rocket for an arm? Dude, Joe Milton. Yeah,
Joe Milton. Hold on. Let
I had to think for a minute.
Let me cook. Joe Milton coming on. I think the next domino. Joe, don't start that. Don't start that. Don't start that. Don't start that shit right now. Okay, you stop that. You stop that.
Sorry.
Joe Milton. I think the writing's on the wall. In my opinion, I think, in my opinion, Jerry's looking at it. He's saying, "Hey, you know what? I might have to hit the restart button on this current team in a way." I know, I brought in what's his name, George Pickens from Pittsburgh. I got two stable wide receivers.
You know
what I mean?
You have two great wide receivers.
Wide receivers, and I think I need to kind of blow it up.
You have a solid tight end.
Solid tight end. I think I need to blow it up.
Jake Ferguson's nice.
And so look. I think the next big dog.
I mean, offensively, I still think this Dallas Cowboys team could compete with anybody in the NFL. I mean, the running back situation's a little bit of a mess with Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders kind of being the two guys, and they drafted a rookie. His name is escaping me right now.
Don't be surprised, Joe Milton. If Dak struggles, Joe Milton comes in and starts.
Dak is not going to struggle. He's going to be fine.
Right, so here's the thing. So David, you asked the question of what does this do to morale? For like when you say like the morale of the Cowboys.
I mean, no, for like team, like I don't know, man. Like you think you're going to have this guy going into the season, and then like basically like 4 days before you're supposed to take on the reigning champs, or a week before they trade away arguably your best player. This cannot be good for like
morale is down. Morale is absolutely down. Like because morale is like if you didn't know, and I don't know how you didn't. If you didn't know already, now you do. Jerry Jones will literally pick himself.
Yep.
Over this team.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones will pick himself over the team, and
Jerry Jones has to be the star of the show.
The team's worth billions of dollars.
Yeah,
but that's also not the point.
Jerry Jones and his oil money or whatever else.
First of all, it must be something in the damn air with these Jerrys owning these teams. Okay, it must be something in the damn air. Because if you're a damn owner and your name is Jerry, you just like to run your team into shit and just don't care and want to keep them just irrelevant enough to put the butts in the seats. You know what I mean?
Like when you're on camera, when you on tape saying the team is a soap opera, the team is like you basically looking for clicks and headlines because it keeps you relevant. Jerry Jones said this. You have that Netflix documentary is nothing but a circle jerk of Jerry Jones. It's the clips I've seen. I haven't watched the whole thing, but the clips I've seen on TikTok and like Facebook Reels and Instagram Reels, how they go from talking about how Jimmy Johnson ran that team, how he goes from cutting a running back who fumbled in the preseason. Fumbled in, I don't know what game it was, but he fumbled, cut his ass the next day. Like you go from Jerry Jones, who made his team rookies vets run 16 110s. David, do you know what a 110 is?
No, I don't.
That's the back of the end zone to the other back of the end zone. You run that 16 times, down, back, down, back. And if you didn't complete them 16 110s in the way that Jimmy Johnson wanted it, you was done. You was good as gone. To go from that to when Jimmy Johnson going to give a pregame or postgame speech, and you got Jerry right outside the door coming in, and Jimmy Johnson saying, "Good game, fellas," and walking off, to go from operating that way to being just shut down the minute Jerry Jones walk into a room to what you are now. Cause like, come on, bro. Like, think about it. He ain't had a coach challenge him probably since Bill Parcells.
Yeah, for real. Moving on from the breaking news, let's do our season preview. Let's start in the AFC. So let's talk about the playoffs. Let's talk about the teams that are going to make the playoffs. Normally, on average, it's about I think it's like with 3 or 4 teams or the new teams that make the playoffs in each conference every year. Last year we got the North went by the Ravens, South the Texans, Chiefs. In the West, the Bills came out of the East, and the wild card teams, 3 surprising teams coming out of the wild card with the Chargers, with new head coach, Broncos with new starting quarterback, and the Steelers with old, reliable Mike Tomlin continues to guide them to winning seasons. Let's talk about the North. Who is winning the North in 2025? Gentlemen.
The same team that won the last year.
I tend to agree with you. The Ravens have built quietly in this offseason that nobody's really talking about, like an absolute loaded juggernaut on the offense and defensive side of the ball. Bringing in still Derrick Henry, obviously still there. Zay Flowers still there. Bringing in D-Hop. On the defensive side, their corners and secondary should be like arguably the best back seven,
They're hoping Zaire Alexander wants to healthy and still has a lot left in the tank.
I mean, this is a Ravens team that quietly had a really good offseason that people aren't really talking about the Ravens, but they are going to be a force for sure. They're my pick in the North.
And you got a man who should have won his third straight MVP, but that's neither here nor there. Baltimore should win this. I ain't gonna say should, but Baltimore should win it.
Is he?
Man, I'm sweating.
Who was placing the bet? One you?
No, I was texting the coaches group. Man, you know what?
That's cold for placing a bet.
Until man, you know what? I'm gonna go Cincinnati.
Okay.
Go Cincinnati. Bounce back season for Joey B.
Bounce back. Dude, the dude threw for 5,000 yards. The dude would have won the MVP if the Bengals were ready to go.
Dave, hold on, guys. You guys take
bounce back.
Exactly. You guys take something I say and then just run with it. Bounce back season. I mean, the team didn't do great. The team success didn't do great, but he was great. But it's still a bounce back season for Joey B and the Bengals. They're gonna do great this season. He's gonna play great. The defense is gonna play great. I think from the onset on, they were all messed up from that Chiefs game on. You know what I mean? Remember what happened in that Chiefs game where they had it wrapped up and there was that pass interference penalty in the end, and then they just kind of went downhill the rest of the season from there. I think the Bengals need to come out hot. Once they come out hot, I think their division I think their offense is better than the Ravens in my opinion. I'll give you that. I think Chase Brown is the best runner. Hold on.
Don't be disrespectful.
He's the second best running back in the AFC North. But I will say this. I think
be careful. You might say something bold. I mean, come on. What is the rest of the company? I mean, come on. Come on. He's almost the second best running back by default. I'm not even sure who the running back is for the Steelers.
Steelers, right? Exactly.
Jalen Warren, and then in Cleveland, it's Jerome Ford or that rookie who got arrested. Yeah,
exactly. So Chase Brown's gonna have a big season though. Big season.
I mean, you can make the argument Chase Brown might be the second best running back in the entire AFC.
AFC, yeah. Don't say the NFL. Don't say the NFL.
No, I wouldn't say the AFC for sure.
Because then you'll start disrespecting Josh Jacobs like that, and I might have to come through the screen on you.
Let's talk about the South. Houston Texans came out of the South. I'm going Jaguars. Duval, Liam Cohen. I think if it doesn't happen this season, it's never going to happen for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I like that.
I'm taking the Jacksonville Jaguars. Even though I do think their defense is going to be a mess, and I have no idea how much Travis Hunter is actually going to play. But Brian Thomas Jr. taking another step forward.
Wait, hold on. TJ, did this man just say he doesn't know how much he's going to play? He's going to play a lot? And they're gonna have a conversation with him. They're gonna say,
I mean, he's already banged up already.
He's cleared. He's gonna play. He's gonna play.
He's gonna play.
I just don't know how much he's actually gonna play on both sides of the ball.
And they're gonna tell
him. I think he's gonna play.
Oh my God, David, you've been saying the same thing
and they're gonna tell
for a year.
And they're gonna tell his ass.
Anyways, I got the Jaguars winning the South.
And they're gonna tell his ass you're playing DB.
And I've told you,
ain't playing wide receiver.
He's gonna play both. He's just not gonna do it.
Leave that shit for Brian Thomas Jr.
He's gonna play both.
He will play both. He will play both.
Yeah, I'm not saying he won't. He will play both. I just don't know how much he's going to do that. Like he's not going to play. He's not going to play every snap like he did in college.
Hey, kid, Hunter.
So why ask the question? You don't like. So if you know he's going to play both, then stop with the. I don't know. I just don't know how much he's going to do it. You know he's going to do it.
Hey, kid. Hey, Hunter, come over here. Come over here. You playing DB? We're gonna put you on offense. We're gonna do you like Devin has.
I think he's more immediately valuable as a wide receiver. But that's just
I don't think is he I don't think he sticks to one side till he like maybe 3-4 years in.
No.
They're gonna do like they gonna do their best to split this thing up
TJ
as much as possible because that's what you drafted him for. You drafted him.
He's not going to be a wide receiver.
No.
He's a
unicorn. He's a unicorn.
He is a unicorn, but he's gonna do most of his snaps at DB.
I think he'll be. I think this season, next season, I think he plays more snaps at wide receiver.
And I think it's going to depend on the matchup. What do you need from him on this particular Sunday?
Okay, we got Nico Collins. We got Nico Collins this weekend. We're sticking you on Nico Collins.
Who do they open the season with? Who's their first game of the year?
Did you not see his highlights? Did you not see the plays that he made where he baits wide receivers in the throws and intercepts them?
His first week is against the Panthers, so he's going up against Xavier Legette and Ted McKilliam.
Hey, you might as well put the cuffs on because that's lockdown.
So it's a run that back with Ted McMillan.
Lockdown.
He saw Ted McMillan a lot. Well, he saw Ted McMillan in college. Ted McMillan had a day. It's a lot.
Yeah, T-Mac put numbers on him.
It's gonna be a run that back. Yeah. And it's a team like Carolina who don't have a shutdown corner. He gonna play both sides.
They got J.C. Horn, man. Don't be disrespectful. I'm pretty sure J.C. Horn is the highest paid corner in the NFL right now.
I think the biggest question is how much of a
J.C. Horn is taking Brian Thomas Jr.
The biggest question is I don't
have a clue. I don't know who the other corner is off the top of my head.
I think a bigger question is who's going to have the bulk of the carries in the backfield. Right?
I think it'll be Tank Bigsby.
Tank Bigsby.
Yeah.
And Houston, I'm going with Houston to win. I'm 2 for 2 on repeat winners. I'm going Houston to win this division.
I'm 2 for 2.
My only concern about Houston, I think, is them trading away Laramie Tunsil and not really replacing him with anybody. And also, Joe Mix is going to start. Joe Mix is going to. I don't remember. Somebody, didn't they? And then Joe Mixon starting the season IR, he was very instrumental for them last season. I know they have whatever's left of Nick Chubb, but I think they're. I don't know. I could go either way on who wins this division between the Texans and the Jaguars.
I think the bigger question for Jacksonville, for Sunshine, bro, this has to be it. This got to be it. How many opportunities are you gonna get? How many opportunities? How many second chances are we gonna keep giving Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, I mean, he was banged up a lot the last 2 seasons, and so you can kind of be like, okay, but if he doesn't play well with an offensive-minded coach like a Liam Cohen, given what he did with Baker Mayfield last season, this will probably be his last opportunity in the NFL.
They drafted
at least to be this quote unquote anointed one,
they drafted a tackle out of Minnesota in the second round, so they got Larry Tunsil's replacement literally this past draft. So he literally slides right into that tackle spot. So he's good.
Oh baby!
Larry Tunsil's an all-pro.
I'm going with the Texans.
Is he?
I already said I was going. Oh no, I didn't even go here. I think I said the Jaguars. I'm with Davey here. I like the Jaguars.
Okay.
To the west, where the Kansas City Chiefs are the reigning champ. Does anybody take them off that mantle?
Yep.
No way.
Yep. Y'all ready for this one?
You're not going to say Denver, are you?
I'm absolutely going to say Denver.
You sick as hell, boy.
I don't necessarily hate it. I do really like Denver's offseason, like bringing in Dre Greenlaw, bringing in Ufanga. Getting. I still think they need better weapons on the outside for Bo Nix, but this defense should be like lights out next season. This should be the best defense in the NFL by a country mile next season.
Country mile.
But I'm taking the Chiefs. The Denver's a nice story, but the Chiefs, until Patrick Mahomes retires, they're just going to own that division. It's Tom Brady all over again, just in the West.
I'm going Denver. I think it now. I respectfully, I think it's going to be a 2-team race between them two.
Yeah,
I'm not disrespect. I like. Can the Chargers make some noise? Maybe. I think like the. I think I think like the same thing with like Cincinnati. Same thing goes on in with the Chargers. You got a quarterback who's really fucking good, who you're looking to take that next league. Truth be told, I think Justin Herbert still hasn't recovered from being up 27-0.
I think Justin Herbert's kind of stagnated a little bit. Like he hasn't really.
I think he hasn't recovered from blowing that. Like, bro, like, because it sits with you differently when you blow a 30-point lead in the playoff game.
And not to mention, like last season, they go into that playoff game against the Texans. You're the odds-on favorite, even though you're on the road, and you just spanked. Like you get dog walked for 4 straight quarters.
It wasn't even like it's like, damn, did you pinch the bitch? Like you didn't get, like you got walked. You got absolutely dog walked, and this is like they kind of looking different. Like Joey Bosa, long-time fan favorite, gone. Ain't walking.
Khalil Mack's getting up there in age. Derwin James was played most of the season last year, but he's always kind of a wild card. The secondary isn't all that good. This defense for the Chargers might not be that good.
You bringing back Keenan Allen, like what's left? What's left of him? Like even though he had a solid season for Chicago last year, but it's like how much more? Like how much do you have left?
And then the running back situation with the Chargers as well. I mean they have Ovarian Hampton, but he's just a rookie. Outside of that, they got Najee Harris, who's dealing with the fireworks eye injury. But
I was going to say Blake Corn, but that's the other LA team.
That's the Rams.
Yeah, right. And then the Raiders are the Raiders.
They may put up a lot of points this season, but their defense is abysmal. Like I have no faith that the Raiders are going to be any good next year. They might end up with the number 1 overall pick.
Like it's and don't get me wrong, like you had 2 dudes go over 1,000 yards in receiving, but the second guy in there just
Jacoby Myers just requested a trade yesterday. Like he wants.
That's what I'm saying. Like he just requested a trade. You're dusting off Amari Cooper, what's left of him, and
remember how excited people were last season when the Buffalo Bills traded for Amari Cooper, and he was basically irrelevant for them.
So basically, with the Raiders, it's maintain Brock Bowers, right? Maintain Brock Bowers,
and then load the box up with Aiden Hutchinson or Ashton Jeanty, and don't let him get off.
And then on the defensive side, do what you can to contain Max Crosby.
I do think the defense is going to be pretty, like the line of the Raiders should be pretty good, but that secondary is kind of a mess. Let's talk about the East. Anybody challenging the Bills? I would say no chance.
No. Wait. So like that's I mean like New England could probably like quote unquote scare them, and I'm putting "scare" in quotation marks because Mike Vrabel is that good of a damn coach. Like we got, I'm gonna give Mike Vrabel his flowers. I'm gonna give Mike Vrabel his just due. Like he's inheriting Drake May, who's supposed to take a big step forward. Christian Gonzalez is gonna be 100% healthy. Should be. Stephon Diggs should be there
eventually, yeah.
Right, like and so like I think New England can like.
I mean, New England did spend a lot of money in free agency, showed up a couple of the stuff their offensive line. They got Milton Williams from the from the Eagles. Had a great Super Bowl. But the Bills, none of these teams scare the Bills. They're not worried about the Dolphins, who can't beat them no matter what. The Patriots.
Josh Allen and Lamar are at a point where it's like, hey, I don't give a damn what you do in the regular season. Like what you do come December, come January.
Yeah, the Bills aren't losing sleep over anybody in their own division. Period.
Right.
They're probably losing some sleep over like seeing the Bengals or the Ravens or the Chiefs in the playoffs, but their division, they're cooking all these teams. Like they don't care. Let's talk wild card. DJ, who are your 3 wild card teams?
I'm going the Bengals. I'm going the Chiefs, and I am going to go. Ooh. I think it comes down to a game between the Jags and I think the Patriots can be a wild card team.
So you got no faith in the Aaron Rodgers-led Pittsburgh Steelers.
None. And it's completely disrespectful. But I also look at how they handled this offseason. He doesn't sign until like a month left of training camp.
Not to mention, bringing in Aaron Rodgers doesn't immediately solve your lack of running back depth and lack of an offensive line. And he trade away his best receiver, arguably, George Pickens, and you have DK Metcalf. I don't really trust any of their other wide receivers. Like, this isn't a good offensive unit. I do like Jonas Smith there, though. But
to be fair, let's look at their offensive weapons, right? All right, so you got DK, right?
Yeah.
Pat Fryermuth. Pat Fryermuth is nice with it. We ain't finna disrespect.
He's all right.
You got so Jalen Warren becomes RB1.
RB1.
You drafted Caleb Johnson out of Iowa, who was very good. Granted, Iowa, that's pretty much all they fucking do is run the ball because their coach is a dinosaur and refuses to throw the ball past.
And Roman Wilson was really good in college and never really got injured in the preseason last year and never really got up to speed in the NFL. You assume that he's going to be healthy. I mean, Calvin Austin III is really more of a return guy. I don't trust him at all at a wide receiver. Looking at the rest of their roster, they still have Darnell Washington, who's just a mammoth human being, but probably not an NFL tight end. Scotty Miller
is a
tight end.
He's listed as he is a tight end.
Yeah, but he's an enormous human being.
Yeah, he's a mammoth human being.
But when you like their offensive line, like Broderick Jones hasn't been all that good as a pro. Troy Fontenot is a rookie. Zach Frazier, I think, is a rookie too out of West Virginia, or he might be his second season. But yeah, this is going to be an offense that if Aaron Rodgers is not able to elevate that unit, they're not going to be that good. And I think in defense, they'll be okay. Adding Darius Slay to a defense that already had Deshaun Elliott, Jalen Ramsey, and Joey Porter Jr.
Wait, it was
they just traded Jalen Ramsey. He's the no tackle. They traded away Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, right. Then you trade away Minkah Fitzpatrick. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
No, they traded Minkah Fitzpatrick for Jalen Ramsey. That's what they did.
I don't have any faith in the Steelers either. I don't have them making the playoffs. My wild card teams are going to be the Broncos, Texans, and then Bengals. And I fully expect the Bengals to be the 5 seed in this scenario. I think that their defense is going to be a little bit better than it was last season. Not a lot better, but I think because they had games where they scored like 40 points a game and still lost. I don't think that'll be the case this season. So I got the Bengals.
It's crazy. Like, they brought up a stat, and I forgot what year they went back to, but it was like teams that score like 33 or more points. The NFL the NFL team that scored 33 or more points, their record was like 90 something and 8. The Bengals had 4 of the 8 losses.
Ravens, Chargers, Broncos. Just off of my picks from the divisional winners. So
and you got nobody challenging the Bills, right? Nobody's challenging the Bills.
No. Yeah, Miami won't challenge them. I don't even think Tua This might be Tua's last year, to be honest. I mean, it should have been last year. Was his last year, but
it might be Mike McDaniel's last year too.
I agree. If they don't make the playoffs, it's going to be a cleaning house in Miami.
True.
Like, Tyreek Hill will be gone.
And the Jets are the Jets are the Jets. I mean, they got Justin Fields or whatever. I mean, nobody's going to compete against the Bills. Bills are going to be the best team in the AFC, in my opinion.
Let's go to the NFC. There are your teams that made the playoffs last season on the NFC. We got the Lions, Buccaneers, Rams, Eagles, Vikings, Packers, and then the Commanders. Let's start with our division, the North. Do the Lions repeat for the third straight season as the champions of the NFC North?
I'm gonna go yes, just off of continuity. Like they know their coordinators are gone. But that's pretty much it. Like those guys are still the same for the most part. I know they had one lineman retire. Was it Ragnow? Yeah,
Their center Frank Ragnow retired.
And then Dan Skipper got released for whatever strange reason. For the most part, Aiden Hutchinson he's back.
I mean, we'll get to it later, but he's my pick for DPOY.
That's where I was going. I would temper my expectations. Like, mind you, like he's coming off a pretty significant injury. So I think the thing he benefits from, like at least it was, it sounds terrible, but at least it was a complete fracture as opposed to him tearing up a ligament or something. Because I think the recovery off of something like that is more substantial than breaking your leg. I do not know because I have never broken my leg. So, I've broken an ankle. It's a clean break was 100. Having broken my ankle, like it being a clean break, was 100% better than a partial or a fracture.
With that being said, I'm also going to take the Lions to win the North. I just think that they're still the best team, even with the Parsons addition in Green Bay. Izzy, what are you going to be doing? What's going on over there in Green Bay? What you got going on?
Let's first of all, the Green Bay Packers.
Should I start the timer or?
The Green Bay Packers are going to win the division this year, and they may sweep the NFC North. The whole North.
The whole North?
The whole North. They may sweep them all. They may sweep them all. Sweeping Detroit, sweeping Chicago, sweeping Minnesota. So book it right now on the preview show. I'm saying that right now. I got a couple $100 bets. I got a couple $100 bets with guys on this. Okay, that they're sweeping Detroit. I got a couple $100 bets with guys with a Viking fan that were sweeping Minnesota. I got a $100 bet with a guy that we're sweeping Detroit, and I already know we sweeping Chicago. So NFC North is Green Bay's all the way, baby. Let's go.
Let's talk about the South. Tampa Bay Buccaneers won this division 2 years in a row. Does anybody challenge them in the South?
Next.
No, right? Yeah, no.
No. Whoa.
Oh, here we go with the Michael Penix. Here he comes with the Atlanta Falcons conversation.
I'm about to pull it out. Big Phoenix energy. Phoenix energy.
Hey man, this is a PG show.
Remember 2 years ago when Desmond Howard did that on College Game Day with Michael Penix? He was like,
damn near broke the end of it.
He said, big Phoenix energy. Let's go, Atlanta. I got Atlanta challenging the Buccaneers. I think Michael Penix is going to have an amazing year. I think that the Atlanta Falcons are going to be one of the best offenses in the NFL this season, and Michael Penix is just going to open up that offense tenfold. Give me the Atlanta Falcons to win the NFC South, baby. Let's go.
Oh, my God. Also, you don't have any faith in Spencer Rattler and the New Orleans Saints? Come on.
Oh, absolutely not. Spencer Rattler.
Hey, for passing up on Shedeur Sanders, they deserve whatever hell comes their way. I mean,
let's talk about a division that's a little more interesting. Let's talk about the West and the Rams, the reigning champion. Do they repeat as the champion in the West? I say no.
Oh,
I'm going to take the San Francisco 49ers. I think they stay healthy this season. I know they've lost a lot of really important pieces on their defense. As I talked about earlier with the Broncos, Trey Greenlaw, Hufanga. They have a lot of injuries at the wide receiving core right now with Deebo Samuel being out the door. Brandon Ayuk still not practicing. Juwan Jennings also not practicing currently.
Ain't he doing the hold in or no?
No,
right?
he not really because he's still got no, he's not. But I think Chris McCaffrey I think will be healthy this season. I like the addition of Brian Robinson. I like Isaiah Garendo, and I like Ricky Pearsall as potentially their wide receiver 1 this season. As he's not having to recover from what he recovered from last season going into the year. Yeah. So give me the Niners to win the West.
I 100%. Honestly, I agree. I think the Matthew Stafford back issue is worse than what they were letting on to be. I also think that just comes with being 37 years old, having played however many years Matthew Stafford has played his very demanding and grueling game. I think that losing Cooper Kupp is going to hurt them more than they're anticipating. But defensively, the Rams gonna cause some hell. That defensive, they have that young defensive front. They gonna raise hell for the next 10 years. We already saw what they were capable of last year. They're only just gonna get better. Izzy, you yawning? Don't yawn because I'm sleepy too.
Me too. I gotta go to bed in like an hour. So.
And but I'm going with the Niners strictly because I think Brock Purdy is going to be there. I think eventually the Rams are going to have to call on Jimmy Garoppolo to win some games, and I don't think they're going to be able to do that.
I think they're going to go to Stenson Bennett potentially if they have to.
Stephen A. Smith brought that up. Stupid. Shut up. Stephen A. Smith brought that up because Stetson Bennett has looked better than Jimmy G in the preseason and whatnot.
Yeah,
and
I think they'll go to Stetson Bennett.
I think it comes down to like, hey, what do you have to lose, right? Like,
I mean, find out if he can play.
Find out if he can play.
Is he 49ers? Who do you got to win in the West?
49ers.
What do y'all think Seattle does? Like, do y'all think Seattle stands a chance? Like, they did catch.
I think they will be competitive next season. I have concerns with JSN as their number 1 wide receiver. I know he's talented, but I don't think they have anybody else behind him. The tight end position is pretty weak. I think that offensive line isn't all that good. And Sam Darnold, he was in a perfect scenario in Minnesota. You put him in the Seattle scenario. I would have also liked to have seen him play a little bit more in the preseason, as somebody coming into a new place and a new system. I think Seattle will be competitive. They'll be right there. I think they'll come up short.
Okay.
To the East. With the Philadelphia Eagles reigning champions of this division, reigning champions of the NFL, does anybody challenge the Eagles in the East? I say no.
I say no. I mean, I like what Washington did. Like, you get Von Miller, you
get Laremy Tunsil.
You get Laremy Tunsil. You was able to keep.
You add Deebo Samuel.
You add Deebo Samuel.
You were able to make Scary Terry. Got him happy. So.
But at the same time, I think that wall happens. I think last year, I ain't gonna say last year was a fluke because, like, although you had some advantages, you still have to take advantage of those. And like I obviously, like, it's the Hail Mary play, right? If Tyreek Stevenson does his job, you 9 times out of 10 lose that game. Right. If the Lions don't have 40 fucking people hurt, do you beat them?
Right.
I also think that, like, this is something TJ talks about all the time, not to steal your thunder here a little bit. But like, there's
That's
gonna be a
what
lot
I'm
more.
saying.
There's gonna be a lot more tape on Jaden Daniels than there was last season. Like, people are gonna find out what his strengths and what his weaknesses are, and I think they'll find a way to kind of exploit. I think the Washington Commanders. I think they may take it seems like harsh to say they're gonna take a step back because they went to the NFC title game last season, but I don't think they're gonna be a play. I don't think they're
better this year.
I don't think they're a playoff team this year.
I think they'll be even better this year.
And it's nothing against them. I just think that there are better. I think there are teams in the NFC that are going to be just better than them. Like, they'll still probably have 8 wins. It just won't be enough to make the playoffs in the NFC.
Well, I think they'll be even better this year with those additions. I don't have them winning the East, but I definitely have them as a wild card team. Yeah, I don't have them winning the East either. I got the Eagles. Until you can beat the Super Bowl champs, then you can call yourself champs, right? And I think in the East is just
like the one time they did beat Philly. What happens with what happened? Jalen Hurts got knocked out that game, right?
Yeah.
Right. Then when you played them in the playoffs, they put 55 on your head.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just gonna. I mean, and I think Philly, especially like the running game's gotten better. I mean, you got Saquon Barkley.
I'm gonna get better.
It's gotten a little bit better. I mean, you got a power back right behind him in Dylan as well.
Yeah. So if he can stay healthy, which he hasn't proved he can.
Lightning, thunder, and thunder. You know what I mean? So it's I think
with all due respect, Saquon Barkley is lightning and thunder.
That's what I said. Lightning. Brother, I said lightning, thunder, and thunder. You didn't hear me. I think that California connection's all the way messed up over there.
I think that if the Eagles do have an issue, it's going to come in the form of their secondary, because now you're asking Cooper DeJean to be DB1 and not.
I mean, Quinyon Mitchell is still there. He's DB1.
Whatever, like you're asking two young dudes, you're asking two second year players?
Yeah.
Or a second year.
Mitchell had.
Mitchell might be a top 5 corner in the NFC already.
Man, he had an excellent. He was like down city last year. And Cooper's super athletic too.
Like you're asking two second year players to lead that defense. You still gotta what the safety
what's funny?
Bradbury, James Bradbury? Or are you talking about the 3 names? That is not. I'm looking it up.
The only 2 white cornerbacks that are in the NFL like playing significant minutes actually came from Iowa. Isn't that crazy? And they were teammates. Ain't that crazy?
Are you talking about the kid that's playing for Denver right now?
Yeah. That kid too,
Riley Moss? Is it Riley Moss? Not right. Riley Moss, right?
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. I can't remember his name, but he's starting and he's like athletic as all hell too. Like
he is.
Yeah, so it's like so. Yeah, I agree though, TJ. I agree with that though, TJ. I mean, it's like the wear and tear of playing a full NFL season, and then coming back that second year trying to be healthy. I mean,
right? So they young, bro.
They got behind.
Yeah, Reed Blankenship's like his 3rd season in the NFL.
This year, like this his 5th year. Sidney
Brown is really young. He's like 3rd or 4th season.
He go from being a primary backup to now starting. Quinyon, bruh.
Adoree Jackson is somebody they brought in free agent. He bounced around the NFL.
He's the old guy in the secondary. He's only Adoree Jackson's 29.
Keely Ringo, somebody they drafted 2 years ago, hasn't really had an impact in the NFL.
Hey, did you guys get that? Giants fans would love that I said that, bro. They can't stand Adoree Jackson. He's just no good.
Let's talk about wild card teams. 3 years last year we had 3 wild card teams: Vikings, Packers, and Commanders. Who's going to be our wild card teams this year? Izzy, have the floor.
I got Lions.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same.
I got Lions, Commanders, Bucks.
I'm going.
Also, Bucks, Rams, Bucks. You can throw the Rams kind of in there as the 4th team to kind of compete as well.
I'm going Packers, Rams, and a little bit of home cooking here in California. I got the
Stop.
Bears as the final wild card team, which
As-
means I do not have the Commanders making the playoffs. I do not have the Vikings making the playoffs. I do not have the Seattle Seahawks making the
Be
playoffs.
happy the Bears may win a game.
As hopeful as I am with the Bears, I understand that new system, growing pains are gonna happen. That's exactly what's gonna happen. I think the Bears miss it by a game. I think if by some miracle, even if the Bears were to win 10 games, I still think they will come up short.
The Bears are going to the playoffs, TJ. If I just manifest this into existence, they're going to the playoffs. They're going to be better than Minnesota. I'm super concerned about JJ McCarthy in Minnesota. I don't understand the decision not to play him more in the preseason.
I got the Packers as a wild card team. I think it's going to be somewhat similar in the North. I think because, mind you, the Vikings were a wild card team and they won
14 games.
Right. They won 13, 14 games. I think the Packers could easily win 12, 13 games and be a wild card team. Like I think that can happen. So I'm gonna go Green Bay. I think Atlanta can be a wild card team. Barring if Michael Penix shows up, like they're gonna give him more than 3 games this year. I think they mishandled that situation completely. I don't give a damn that you paid Kirk Cousins what you paid him. You drafted that dude with the first round, and with a first round pick. You played the first round pick. You know what the fuck Kirk Cousins is. You know what he is, right? So,
well, I think it's a little bit different with that scenario because Kirk Cousins was coming off that Achilles tear, so they didn't really know what he was going to look like when he was coming back from it,
David,
and they were just being
I'm sorry. Is Kirk Cousins still figuring this thing out, or is he?
No, but Kirk Cousins was an MVP candidate when he was healthy.
Is he? Once again, is he? Is he still trying to figure it out, or is he an established vet? If you're an MVP candidate, I know what the fuck you are, bro. I know what you are.
But you're saying to start him right away. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yes, it does. I know what the fuck I got in Kirk Cousins. I know what I have.
Okay.
Plus, if you were like that, QBs that are like that rarely get moved off of. Say what you want. That's how it is. You drafted Michael Penix 9th overall. What good was starting Kirk Cousins as long as you did if you were just going to throw Michael Penix in there with the division on the line?
But let's also not play around here. I mean, Kirk Cousins was pretty good for stretches last season. Like he started off the season pretty good. It wasn't until we got to like the middle to the end portion where it started to kind of taper off.
You mean the most important part?
Yeah, I mean, Kirk Cousins was pretty good in the open of the season.
So he started.
And they literally just paid him
So you started to tailor. You mean to tell me he tailored off right when they needed him to be good? I don't give a fuck if you good the first month.
The argument they never should have if they were going to commit if they were going to commit
in the first month of the season.
If they were going to commit to they should have just let Kirk Cousins finish the season out. Like they shouldn't have But
the Bears are 4-2 to start the season. They finished the season one and whatever. They won 1 game after that 4-2 start.
I remember.
Come on now. What good is starting out good if you ain't gonna finish good?
Fair. I mean, I don't think they could have predicted that Kirk Cousins would fall off as quickly as he did. But
nah, I would have went with Penix. I know what the hell I got in Kirk Cousins, but I got Green Bay, I got Atlanta, and I'm gonna put Washington in that last wild card spot again. I think Philly's too good. I think Minnesota. I think they come back down to earth. I think the Rams fall apart late. I don't. Same thing with Seattle, Arizona. Kyler Murray, you on borrowed time. Yeah, so I got the
Man,
Vikings.
I never thought I'd live in a world where you two are higher on the Atlanta Falcons than I am.
Oh, I'm not high. High is not no.
You just picked
High
them
is
to be a wild
wild
card
card.
team.
That's not really high. That's like they play in a weak ass division. Like one or two teams are gonna make it. We already given it to the Bucks. So if you're Atlanta, hey, all you gotta do is win 9 games, and you're likely a wild card team.
I don't think 9 games will be enough to be a wild card team in the NFC. Izzy, wild card teams, let's go.
I already said who my wild card teams were. I said
He did.
Lions. I said Lions, Bucks, and I said Lions, Bucks, Commanders.
Oh, okay. So I must have missed that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go into some more deeper predictions. Talk about NFL awards. Rapid fire here now. Let's talk about MVP. Izzy, who's your MVP? Early, way too early predictions here.
MVP is going to be Joey B.
I'm going with Joe Burrow too. TJ.
That's tough. You think the Bengals win enough games for him to get MVP?
Yeah,
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
if they make the playoffs and he puts up anywhere close to the numbers he had last year, he'll be the MVP.
Okay, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I want to be different so bad. I want to say a running back or somebody. I want to say Saquon or somebody, but
Saquon would get it if he. Well,
I can't keep beating that dead horse, man. Like y'all know how I feel about it. Like
1,000 yards.
right.
It's been 12 years. It's been 12 years since a non-quarterback won the MVP.
I can't keep beating that dead horse. Like
Coach,
I like Joe Burrow.
Coach of the Year, I'm going to go Matt LaFleur. I don't think he has a Coach of the Year award, which is a travesty because he's been an excellent coach basically the entire time he's been in the NFL. I think this year is when he gets his flowers. Matt LaFleur, Coach of the Year. TJ.
Who won it last year? Was that Dan? No, not Dan Campbell.
Dan Quinn. Yeah, I think Dan Quinn did win it.
Was it Dan Quinn?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Oh wow! I just had it, and his name escaped. Buffalo.
Sean McDermott.
Yeah.
Kevin O'Connell actually won Coach of the Year last year. Coach of the Minnesota Vikings.
I'm gonna go Sean McDermott. I think he wins it. Izzy's gone. Izzy's gone.
Oh, let's talk about.
But I think he would have agreed with you with the Matt LaFleur.
Yeah. Offensive Player of the Year.
Offensive Player of the Year.
This may be a deep prediction. I'm going Brian Thomas Jr., wide receiver, Jacksonville Jaguars.
Holy pull, Batman. I'm gonna go. Oh man. Offensive Player of the Year.
That's gonna be Saquon Barkley.
You think he runs it back?
Yeah, I think he runs it back.
Okay.
For sure.
I think I'm gonna give it to a receiver. I think whichever receiver wins the Triple Crown. I don't think that's gonna. I don't think anybody like before Cooper Kupp and Jamar Chase did it this most recent season. That doesn't happen very often. And to be fair, like Chase didn't win it because did he win? Who won? Who won it? It was Barkley.
Saquon Barkley. Right? Yeah, Saquon Barkley won.
And again, Chase. The Bengals sweep the most important awards if they win 12, if they win 11
If they win one more game and make the playoffs, they win all the awards. Trey Anderson's the DPOY, Offensive Player of the Year, MVP.
Zach Taylor's Coach of the Year.
I don't know about Coach of the Year, but
Burrow's MVP.
I think Kevin O'Connell would have won it regardless.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. I'm not. Yeah. To be fair, they did win 14 games. with their
and
whatever it was.
with Sam Darnold at quarterback, a cast off everywhere else he's ever been.
Caught the league by fucking storm. Yeah, I don't know which receiver's gonna do it because it's so many good receivers out there. Like Chase could do it again. Jefferson could win it. Brian Thomas, like you said, Brian Thomas could be the Triple Crown winner. I think it depends. I think if Brian Thomas does it and the Bengals and the Jags are, like you said, at bare minimum a wild card team, I think Brian Thomas can win it. I'm gonna give it to a receiver. I'm just gonna say the Triple Crown winner. I can't put it on one.
Izzy, OPOY. You going Saquon Barkley? Let's go defensive player of the year. Who you got DPOY?
I think Micah finally gets his.
Man, man, I'm about to go that direction.
I'm staying in the NFC. I'm staying in the NFC North. I'm going Aiden Hutchinson. Dude would have won DPOY last season if he hadn't got hurt. He's my pick for DPOY.
I think Mike, because like truth be told, I think Micah should have had at least one. I just think that like his counterparts at that position, because it's not like they separated, right? It's not like they do like in baseball with the NL MVP and the AL MVP. Like this is everybody. So you're going up against a TJ Watt, a Miles Garrett. A Nick Bosa and a Calais Campbell when
Max Crosby.
Right, Max Crosby. He was like, I think Micah should have had one. I liken it to when Roquan was here and he kept missing out all pros.
The all pro, yeah.
By 1 or 2 votes because he's going up against Fred Warner. He goes to the opposite side. His first year in Baltimore, what does he get? All pro. Like I think that's what's going to happen with Micah. I think because like I almost think he has to win it. Like you can't do this. You can't do this song and dance that you just put the Cowboys through and not have a monster season. Like bro, like if you come out there with Green Bay and you come out there with like 8 sacks, they gonna laugh your ass out the building. You gotta have at least 15, bro.
Let's talk offensive rookie of the year on the defense and offensive side. Who do you got offense? Who do you got defense? Izzy, I'll let you have the floor first. Assuming he's still there.
You muted.
My bad. Hey. My bad, bro. I'm eating during the podcast. My bad.
When you won't be the first. Won't be the first or last time somebody's ate during a podcast.
I'm gonna have to go with my boy Ashton Jeanty. He's gonna get a whole bunch of touches in Vegas, and if he even just remotely just has over 1,000 yards, I think that gives you, because I don't think there's, either him or Cam Ward. If Cam Ward can take Tennessee to the playoffs, then
okay.
Ward, right? But I think that.
Tennessee to the playoffs.
Why are you laughing?
Titans are gonna go. They're not going to the playoffs. They're gonna be.
Okay. I think Ashton Jeanty gets that. Unless God Lee, man. If T-Mac has an amazing year with Carolina, so I think it'll be like in between those 3. But I think Ashton Jeanty is going to take the cake.
Okay. I'm taking Ashton Jeanty as well. On the defensive side of the ball, I'm going to go with Abdul Carter for the Giants. I think he'll have the best defensive rookie of the year.
All right, offensive rookie of the year, I'm going Travis Hunter. Defensive rookie of the year, I'm going Travis Hunter. No, I'm playing. But not entirely. I
wonder how they would even do that. Like if he's the best player on offense and defense at the rookie, for rookie, like would they give him both awards?
Yeah. Why not? He playing both.
I mean,
the
NFL would have some decisions.
Let's break it down like this. So like let's just say as a rookie, right? He goes 60 catches. He has anywhere from 650 to 900 yards receiving. And he has 4 or 5 touchdowns. On the defensive side, he has 50 some tackles. He gets 9 or 10 pass breakups, and he gets 3 or 4 interceptions. They're gonna get him both awards.
I don't think. Well, based on what I would expect from Ashton Genty, I don't expect the numbers that you just said to be enough to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I would expect Ashton Genty to be 1,000 yards in his first season. He's going to Las Vegas. They have a pretty good offensive line. They're going to lean heavily on that running game. We're talking 350 touches for Ashton Genty this season alone.
He's going to get a million touches, dude.
So I don't. If he doesn't get over 1,000 yards receiving, I don't think he's got a shot at winning this award. But I could be wrong.
I'm gonna go because you guys. I like your Abdul Carter pick, Dave, because I think that's actually he's probably like the front runner. We have to look at that.
It's a very easy pick to make. It's the first defensive player in the draft.
It's the first easy and safe pick. But I really like I used to play D tackle. Give me Mason Graham from Michigan. Playing for Cleveland. Playing for Cleveland. I think Graham is a guy that he can get double-digit sacks from the defensive tackle position if he changes that defense just a little bit. He puts them in, makes that defense pushes them over maybe a top 10 unit. Another guy, I'm gonna give you another one that might be a dark horse here, but I think he has a really good shot. And that's Mike Green, the
Baltimore.
kid from Marshall. Yeah, at Baltimore. If that kid can live up to the potential that they thought that he could live up to in the draft, where he's super athletic, long, freakish skills, I think he can be compete with Abdul Carter for that Defensive Rookie of the Year.
And the final award is Comeback Player of the Year. I'm going Christian McCaffrey. I think he bounces back in a huge way after an injury-riddled season last year, including a partial PCL injury. I think he comes back and he's the engine for that San Francisco 49ers offense. Christian McCaffrey, Comeback Player of the Year.
Is Aiden Hutchinson up for this award too?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he would be.
Give me Aiden Hutchinson.
TJ.
I think Aiden Hutchinson will win that before he wins DPOY.
Yeah, that was my thing too.
I respectively disagree.
I think because
if he wins DPOY, he should win this award too, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he's even close to DPOY, he's Player of the Year for sure.
Yeah. If he was DPOY, but I guess I have to kind of change my vote, because if he's winning if I haven't predicted winning DPOY, I probably should have winning Comeback Player of the Year too. So, but yeah, Aiden Hutchinson, he's gonna sweep these two awards, in my opinion.
Yeah, there you go. I'm glad you came to your senses there.
All right.
Again, if he wins anything, he gonna win Comeback Player of the Year. He's not winning DPOY.
Final, let's talk about Super Bowl 60. Crazy that there's been 60 of these Super Bowls. Let's talk about your prediction matchup, winner, and the MVP. I'll go first. I'm going Ravens, Lions in the Super Bowl. I kind of made this prediction before the Packers trade, but I still think the Lions are going to go to the Super Bowl. This feels like their year, but unfortunately, they are going to come up short. I have the Ravens hoisting the Vince Lombardi Trophy and Lamar Jackson being the Super Bowl 60 MVP. I think the Ravens quietly built a stunning unit on offense and defense this season, and this will be the creme de la creme in the AFC. They will be the number one seed in the AFC. They will have the number one offense in the AFC, and they're going to have a top 5 defense in the AFC. The Ravens are the class.
You kind of want Lamar to make it to the Super Bowl at least, just because if he doesn't, and they're like a number one seed or a good team, those conversations that we had, right?
Those conversations are already being had, regardless of what Lamar Jackson does on the football field.
No, but they shouldn't be
look,
having had, but they
they
are. They
shouldn't
will.
be. They
They
shouldn't be,
will
but
be
they
though.
are
They
because
are.
you
And they
got
will be.
you got jackasses like Mad Dog Russo who thinks Joe Burrow was better than him because he went to a Super Bowl 6 years ago now.
Yeah. So my whole thing is you kind of root for Lamar to kind of win it. Do I think they are? It's hard to go against that man, that bad, and I'm calling him a bad man over the real bad man, the original bad man, that bad man in Kansas City.
No,
It's
no, no,
very,
no,
it's
Izzy, that
very
is
hard to
fair.
go.
That's
That's
fair.
fair. That's what I'm saying. It's fair to say it's hard until you can beat that bad man in Kansas City. I gotta go with KC again. I mean, as long as it's like Mike, bro. It's like Mike. As much you want to bet against Mike every year. Every year you betting against Mike to not take the Bulls to the finals, not take the Bulls to the finals. What does Mike do? Mike was taken to the Bulls to the finals damn near every year in the '90s when he was playing. So it's like I can't go against Patty Mahomes making it to the Super Bowl, bro. I cannot do it. I just can't. I gotta go with Kansas City. And honestly, I think it's going to be a rematch. As much as I love my Green Bay Packers, I did say Reggie White came in '93 and he took the Green Bay Packers to the Super Bowl in what, '95? 2 years of playing in Green Bay, they made it to the Super Bowl. I don't think Green Bay makes it to the Super Bowl this year. I think next year, another year with Michael Parsons in that unit, I think they add another, I think offensively they got some wrinkles to run out. But I like Philly again in the NFC. I think we get another rematch. And I mean, we'll talk about in about 10 years, we'll say this between Philly and KC,
So
they'll probably make it to the Super Bowl at least another 2 or 3 times while Hurts and Mahomes are quarterbacks. We'll say this is one of the greatest rivalries of this decade.
So I
Mark that.
gotta because right now it's what it's 1-1. It's 1-1.
It's
Yeah.
1-1 right now.
And
Yep.
and the Eagles one was way louder than the Chiefs one.
Way loud. They should be up 2-0. They should
They
really
should
be
be
up
up.
2-0.
Quiet as kept. They should be up 2. So let me ask y'all this: like we know the noise that's been talked about Caleb Williams, how he got the most them idiots at ESPN. Caleb Williams has the most pressure on him to be successful this season. I'm like, I ain't never heard of a second year quarterback having more pressure than than 2 MVPs and a guy that actually went to a Super Bowl, right? With Jordan Love, with the Packers get Micah Parsons.
Oh,
How
don't
much
do it.
pressure is on? No. It's just a question. That how
Oh,
much
I
pressure is
thought you
on?
were gonna put Packers in the Super Bowl. My life was about to
No,
end.
I'm just saying how much pressure is on Jordan Love to get them there.
Oh, a ton. I mean, you make the argument they bring in Micah Parsons as quote
Like
unquote the last piece of the puzzle, and you expect if
like
Jordan Love
is
has
it
a down season or if he doesn't carry this
Oh
offense.
boy, you guys
like
are
is it
putting way too many expectations on
no
Jordan
no
Love.
I'm
I
saying
don't
like
even have
I'm
those
no
expectations for Jordan Love.
they no David Izzy they putting them expectations on Caleb Williams.
Well, that's unfair.
Have you not heard what they've been saying about? They talk about Caleb Williams like he threw 12 touchdowns a year ago.
That's unfair for either or. But
They
yeah,
talk about Caleb Williams like he threw for 2,200 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 20 interceptions. They talk about him like he was ass. When in hindsight, he finished 17 yards short of Jaden Daniels with 5 less touchdowns and 3 less interceptions. But let's talk about him like he was a bum. My Super Bowl matchup, I think Baltimore. I think Baltimore finally gets over that hump. And to Izzy's point, it's so hard to pick to bet against that man. To
It's
bet
true.
against that, it's so hard to bet against. But hey,
The Ravens had
every
to put together an absolute wrecking screw of a squad in order for you to pick the
it's like
in order for
okay.
you
No,
to do it.
I think Mike was I think Mike was a good example. Brady, because we're playing football. Brady's an even better example.
Because like and
You can't bet against that
again,
man.
but no, again, we've been doing this for a long time now. Like I remember years of David saying, "Hey, this is finally going to be it. Like the Patriots are finally going to lose to this team," and inevitably,
no.
Tom Brady did what Tom Brady does and win.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it took them coming back from 28 to 3 down for David to finally be like, I quit. I just can't keep betting against this dude anymore.
I feel like that Peyton Manning commercial where he's watching that Super Bowl.
I'm going Baltimore. I think Philly goes back. I'm going Baltimore, Philly.
Battle of the Birds, man, the flock.
And I think Lamar gets his. I think Lamar gets his one. And obviously,
I'm
like
rooting for Lamar. I'm rooting for Lamar too, dude.
I'm rooting hard for Lamar, bro. And I think Lamar gets his one. And
Derrick
Lamar
Henry gets his too. DeAndre
Derrick-
Hopkins would get his too. I mean, man, talk about players that be locks for the Hall. I mean, they're already locks for the Hall of Fame, but I mean, you give Derrick Henry and DeAndre Hopkins Super Bowl rings. I mean, you put him in the pantheon of like top 10 all-time wide receivers or so, like whatever.
They get they one. And
Yeah,
I think Lamar,
Mark Andrews getting a Super Bowl ring too.
Mark Andrews. I think if they do
Roquan
that,
Smith, Kyle Van Noy.
Who cares about
I like Mark Andrews.
If they do that,
what are you talking about, David?
My bad. Yeah, he's right. Kyle Van Noy's got like 3 Super Bowl rings.
Right. I think if Mark Andrews gets his one, I think he rides off into the sunset. I think he's done, bro. Yeah, I'm going Baltimore.
Mark Andrews is only like 30 years old.
And he's
not gonna be done.
He's already tight end 2 on this team. He's gonna be done. He will be fulfilled.
No, he's not. He's still better.
No, he's not, bro.
Oh, happy early birthday to Mark Andrews, by the way. It's September 6th is his birthday. Happy birthday, Mark Andrews. So
I think, yeah, he gets that, and Lamar obviously wins Super Bowl MVP. And shout out to Kyle Hamilton, who just got cashed out too. They just gave him a boatload of money too.
Super Bowl winner. My bad. I had KC Philly, and in the rematch, the third rematch, give me KC to win. To win
the rubber match.
To win the rubber match. Yeah, give me KC to win the rubber match, and good old Patty Mahomes to be the Super Bowl MVP. There we go.
Well, thank you very much for joining us here at Prime Sports World. On today's episode of the show, we broke down the Micah Parsons trade to the Green Bay Packers, and we gave you our predictions for all things NFL as we start into the National Football Week. It's week from today, and thank you all for welcoming me back to the show as I have missed a significant amount of time moving to California and just life stuff. But thank you very much for having me. Thank you very much.
Who wins next Thursday?
Eagles. Not close.
Oh God, I don't think they want to show that game anymore. Oh my God.
Eagles Cowboys, yeah, it's gonna be a smash show. The Eagles are gonna run them out of the link.
I don't think they want to show that game anymore, man.
But yeah, we'll be breaking down all things week 1 on Tuesday, and our good friend from the Daily Blitz blog, Mr. Kristen Simpson, will be joining us on that show. So thank you very much for joining us. Please like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. I'm David Huppman, CEO Israel Rivera, TJ Hopkins, and gentlemen, what do we do here at the Prime, my friends?
We bring the heat, kind sir.
We bring the heat, baby.
Sir.
Let's go.
And thank God I still remember how to do this. So we'll be back here next week. You guys all stay safe. And I think Izzy's running College Football Showdown Friday, tomorrow?
College Football Showdown tomorrow. Yeah, it's a College Football Showdown tomorrow, man. Week 1's kicking off this weekend.
Happy retirement to the great Lee Corso.
Happy retirement to Lee Corso.
This is it.
Absolutely. And then after that, man, we NFL starting, baby. Man. So all the wives and girlfriends better not bother me for like 3 months on a weekend.
But yeah, we'll be back next week. Y'all have a good weekend and enjoy the beautiful weather. Man, it has been absolutely beautiful since I moved to San Francisco. Like every day has been gorgeous. Like there has not even been one day.
I'm out.
I'll see you all later. Peace out.
It's been nice out here too, but you better not say that at all the rest of the season.
Man, the weather here, man, it's outstanding. I tell you, dude.
the minute it's 10 degrees here, you talking about it's a sunny 55. I'm leaving. I'm muting you.
I'll see you later, brother. Peace out.